Representative Mary Gay Scanlon from Pennsylvania.
Thank you. Look, 9 days ago, the nation was horrified to see almost in real time the shooting death of Renee Good, 37-year-old mom, a U.S. citizen, at the hands of federal agents. Equally horrifying was that before the woman's identity was even known, before the facts were known, the Trump White House pronounced that the woman was a domestic terrorist and that her killing was justified. This wasn't an isolated incident. For the past year, the administration is engaged in a reckless and escalating deportation and propaganda campaign under the pretext of making communities safer. We've seen this administration trampling fundamental human rights, civil rights, due process, and terrorizing, as this community well knows, terrorizing communities. But until the shooting of Renee Good, many people weren't paying attention across the country. But when a federal officer, masked, shoots a 37-year-old mom driving a Honda Pilot with stuffies in the glove compartment and the family dog in the damn back seat, it caught the nation's attention, it caught the world's attention. My colleagues and I are here in Minneapolis because it's important for all Americans to know the facts, to understand the gravity of what's happening here and why we should all be concerned. The White House, using federal agencies and taxpayer dollars, is spreading division and despair, bringing madness to main streets, sparking conflict, and then pouring gasoline on the fire. And while today it's Minnesota, tomorrow it could be any other city or state or town that this administration decides to target. It's clear at this moment that every American's rights are at stake. So I want to thank the local officials, the community members who've met with us and shared their testimony, the reporters who've been out on the street, the legal observers who've been out on the street. We have heard and read shocking stories about the use of excessive force, people detained for hours with no cause, bystanders and legal observers being swept into this. We heard about the family with 6 kids in the car coming home from a basketball game, and ICE lobs tear gas at them, resulting in an infant being stopping breathing. The abuse of fundamental human and civil rights is breathtaking. I did want to ask our ACLU colleague here, we're hearing about legal observers, and a lot of people don't know what that means and why that's important. Can you just tell us a little bit about who legal observers are and what they're doing and why they're legal?
Absolutely, and thank you very much for the question. Again, it's about documenting and photographing and videoing police conduct. People are going out, they're being trained on the basic fundamental rights as a constitutional observer. They are being trained about what the limits of the First Amendment are and not to cross into unlawful activity. And they are documenting what is in real time a very widespread, unconstitutional spread of activity, and documenting things that can be used for future litigation, that can be used for public opinion, and to hold them accountable. And I would say, just by videotaping, just by being present, just by bearing witness, they are holding them accountable.
And we know from a prior hearing in Chicago just how important this is, because our federal authorities are lying to the American people. They're lying to the courts. And when we've had evidence to present, we've been able to prove in court that these are lies and unjustified. Thank you so much for your testimony.
Thank you, Representative Scanlon.